I really need to be a teacher. That's a really ridiculous argument. I can be something where I want to be. It's a really crazy argument. Why would you play this? No, it's really ridiculous. I never actually, you know what? My English works really well. You want to see that? It's really ridiculous. I mean, I actually, forgot checking the meaning. That was really the reason my spelling got fumbled. I don't really need to prepare for it. You want to see? It's really ridiculous. I always, it's very important to check the meaning. There are so many homophonic words. I mean, I'm not really making an excuse. I can actually be, tested on my typing. It's really easy. I'm really great with it. And I think I have actually proven enough without actually being helped by anything. Yeah. I don't really need to think about anything. Advantageous. It's really easy. I don't really need to think about anything. They want me to actually be tested on the spelling. Let me actually demonstrate it. I mentioned spelling. It's really easy. No, my understanding is really great. I'm not really fucking lying. But make sure to check the meaning. That's very important, but it's really cumbersome that you forgot about it. Because, you can also listen to the pronunciation of it. Can you actually get the meaning immediately? That's not true. My understanding is really great. No, it's not really so. No, I'm not below than other people. That's a really ridiculous argument. Any word is possible, and I'm not really lesser than other people. I've never prepared for it. Let me actually find something that I've never even had it done before. Super hard, whatever that might be. I have never done it before. Let's try to actually do it. What? Oh, it's a learn. Their pronunciation really sucks. So if you don't really understand it, it's really definitely easy. No, are you fucking crazy? I don't want to actually do this kind of stupid thing. It's really kind of crazy. No. Afraid, no active. My learning skill is very great. No, who would actually say that my learning skill is bad? I don't think there is any single soul who would doubt how great I am in terms of learning. I have never actually done this. I don't think so. I don't think anyone would actually do this. My understanding is very amazing, and I know so many more R's than the average American people, and I have a proven, and then my understanding is really great. I mean, people actually greatly put enormous emphasis on technicality. I mean, I just pressed the wrong thing, but that's not really seen. Yesterday, I was actually dodging out pressing something wrong. Is that really a scene? Even actually, really stupid enough to think that way. That's really the problem. Then can I actually demonstrate it within the next 200 question? I would have never make mistake. You want to see that? It's not really active enough to even actually nervous about it. It's really crazy. I mean, people are really having a very bad connotation. No, my understanding works far better than other people. No, it's really easy. I'm not really lying. No, I haven't ever. Oh, adamant. I had never actually made a mistake. In my entire life, I never made a mistake with adamant. No, that's not something that I would try again. That's not true. I'm not really below than other American people. What? That's a problem. I don't really get their pronunciation.
Desiccant.
Desiccant. See, I'm not really lesser than other American people.
Expeditious.
I want to actually prove it. I'm not really lesser than other American people. It's very obvious. No, I'm not lying. Who would say that?
Deist. Deist.
deity. Universal blizzard, alright.
Deist.
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 I cannot understand their pronunciation. No, I'm not very hard native. No, that's so not true. I'm extremely great with it. That's a really kind of conceptual argument. It's really crazy, collapsible. In these days, many pens, ballpoint pens are being actually, when you push it into and shove it down, they can actually forge a different form. That's a really ridiculous argument. I'm not really, a non-native speaker. I want to demonstrate it. I'm not really a non-native speaker. That's very obvious. Or any selection you might actually suggest. It's really easy. I don't need to be prepared for it. Anything is possible, and I'm actually better than them. I can demonstrate. No, it's not really like that. Let me actually demonstrate it. No, I'm not really crazy. I can easily do it. I really have no difficulty at all. I'm not lesser than the people. It's really easy. It's really, really easy. I'm not lesser than the American people. I've never prepared for it. Not really old person. I mean, you just simply grab it in a wrongful way after multiple hours of solving. If you ever grab the phone, there was no grace and no pardon. That would be also counted as your inequality. That's ridiculous. I'm really flexible and agree. No. My understanding is really great. No legal binding force, no. My understanding works extremely well. I'm not really lesser than the people. No. Any orientation would be fine. Even, if you ever say that. Architecture. Anything is possible. There is no category or genre that would be difficult. Oh, I don't see. I don't cheat. There should be no preparation. Steak. I've never prepared for it. Ontology? Philosophy student. Ubiquity. It's really fine. I'm not lying. I've never actually tried it. I can do it. My problem is I'm really afraid. After, you don't really get it. I'm actually solving, more than 12 hours. Human beings are not really a machine. You just actually crap it in a wrongful way. You just actually skip it, or you just actually dodge off yesterday. Always, yesterday and the day before yesterday. If someone actually watched me, it was like, dodging off at some point and press something. I actually was holding my finger, index finger, or thumb. And once I actually felt so sleepy, I actually, unfortunately, accidentally stepped on it. or press it because I couldn't handle it. It's irresistible. It was indeed because I was actually giving in to the pressure of Dawsoness. That's really the it. I'm not fucking lying. No, they were not really. It's really easy. Rustic. I've never prepared for it. Ostensible. Portend, foretell. Pastiche, no. What is it? Oh, it's potpourri. Potpourri, it could actually be literally means literally it could actually mean literally the mixture of a flower or dried up flowers. But in genuine sense, potpourri means a hodgepodge or anything mixture. Palimpsest is the parchment. Prestige is something. I really know the definition of all of it. Coda is the end portion, end part of opera, something added. Palimpsest is parchment, dried up parchment, or any manuscript in that way. Precise, summary, sum up, potpourri, mumbo jumbo, or flower, bunch of flower. So I think potpourri is really, yeah. Menagerie? Sure. Storehouse for, nope. Facility where a wild animal is out there. Enigma. Patina, I know. Really? What does that mean? Verdigris. If you ever see this in a copper, that would be normally in the form of rustiness because of wear and tear. It's also called verdigris. Why is this so? Verdigris means literally green gray. If you ever actually see this rusty dust piling up on it, it looks really greenish gray. So in French, verdigris is a green gray. That's really the thingy, patina. I know it. I've never prepared for it. This is, how do we actually call it? Harpsichord or harp? This type of a hat? Half, cocked a head. And culvert. Culvert. Very great. Thank you for remembering. I really like it. Culvert. Harpsichord. Culvert. This type of sewage emptying out a massive amount of waste. And half cocked head. It might be expected from General Nelson, like Admiral Nelson. Admiral. You should say that's the Navy. Yes, ma'am. Decorate. It's a very important knowing such an words. That's, I once upon a time I've been extra serious about job for these. I've been gathering this type of nouns that are very meaningful to me. Ambit range. Are you sure? Yeah. How many words can you actually state in terms of remit? Ambit. Oh, my understanding is correct. Ambit, gamut, or purview. No. P-U-R-V-I-E-W, and a range, an array of issue, or spectrum. Camera, purview, or scope, or optic, or extend, like. Verdun. I know. This is a truthful one. Green foliage. And that's a French one. Verdun. The green, literally green. Bohemian, unconventional. I'm so sorry, that was my Achilles heel. Pathological. Insulated. It's something that's protected from the rest of stuff. Can I say they're related to the phenomenon known as urban blight? If you ever actually stay in an urban area, it creates an urban island, like a heat island, because it has been shunning out the rest of air waves, so it would actually, literally heat up the temperature. Insular. It's insulated. It has been filtered. So it has been shone out from the rest of the community as if there is a protection surrounding them, encapsulated, just like a floating island. Yeah, it's a better, right? Precautious, a gift. Precautious, inexorable, inevitable. Somber, very melancholy, dark feeling. Stalwart. Having rugged and physical strength, very powerful figure to protect. Yeah. Paradigm. Ontology normally deals with ontology is a part of a metaphysics. Metaphysics, more specifically ontology, is really about proving the existence, whether God exists. How would you actually define the existence? In recent days, ontology normally is reduced into proving the existence of specifically God, and then the rest of our being can be proven by metaphysics. But ontology, more like God's existence. Yeah, that's a part of a metaphysics. Perpetuate. Yeah. You want to try philosophy then? Philosophy. I really don't mind. I mean, yeah. Let's try to go. The symbol. Clock. Rationale. Reprimand. Is that really a philosophy word? Unmitigated? It means complete. It's not really sustained. Sustained enough. Customary. Usual. Dialectic. Arriving at the truth by exchange of Amy. Diffusing warmth and friendliness. Pragmatic. Conciliatory anticipation, pragmatic rather than dogmatic. Guided by experience rather than theory. More like empirical figure. Just read it, please. Okay, it's not difficult. Course. Pressure. Hypothesis. 별로 거기 나오지 않아. moral, honorable. 그런 게 별로 나오지 않는데. Hey. Abacus, I know. Complementary. It's better to say the reciprocal. Elementary can actually mean both things. Something very basic, or something the fundamental. But complementary is something additional, auxiliary. But if you ever actually break it down into something very, if you at least wanted to add it, but I never thought about that point. But make it reciprocal. Why is it reciprocal? Because if you ever actually add a complementary substance, it could actually complete thingy. The elementary could actually be the exact opposite of complementary, but it could, in a certain sense, it could be synonymous. Because you need to have a very basic substance, but complementary, auxiliary, additional, secondary. But it could also be some meaningless issues that are really the very gist and the pith of it. But the problem is reciprocal, is he? Tilt. Saturation of the ground means complete overpopulation of the ground, overuse of ground. Thorough raking. Overwhelming capacity that has been tested. Boring animal, like rabbits are digging up the hole. And heavy rainstorm, serious, bad inclement. Thorough raking, you just actually decide to completely cultivate the ground. I think thorough raking would be enduring dryness, lasting. Saturation means that overcapacity, fully extended, almost like milking out every possible productivity. Oh, but saturation, in a symbolic, I mean, not really symbolic, figurative sense, saturation can mean the overusage, the entire population. I mean, that's really the thing, it's a little bit subjective. Saturation can actually also mean the overuse and abuse of someone else's power. It's a total saturation of the situation because then already the market is full of, able-bodied people out there like this, because the overcropping could actually milk out the averages to ream out every possible productivity. It's saturated. No longer we can do anything to better fertilize the ground like this. I mean, I took it not literally, saturation. I don't necessarily agree with it. And certain things are really, really subjective. Because yesterday we had a what was it, alpaca. What would it likely to be made of from alpaca? But you know what? In America, I saw many people wearing alpaca butts, because this is like baby paws made out of very softy fur, and the fur boots are very popular. And they said it's not really the case. Alpaca sweater, alpaca butts, but I rarely met anyone who wear alpaca a scarf. Maybe alpaca muffler. Contiguous adjacent. Intricate. Saturation can be figurative also. Oh, Myth Creek, and you want to try that one? Let me, I see, go get something to eat.